Stream's live,
Hey.
by the way.
Hi, I'm Zilly. I play Gax.
It's all
I am
falling
X.
apart because I forgot we had Season of Ghosts and I gotta change all of our pictures back.
We just have to have
Wait,
two
what?
campaigns to torture you.
There we
right?
go. Okay. Now we've got our right pictures. Okay. Oh, it's all falling apart.
I thought we were good.
No.
Okay.
Anyway. We're live, everybody.
like
Say
home.
hello.
Hello.
Howdy.
It's all falling apart.
It is all falling apart. Welcome back to Abomination Vaults. I'm DM Stray. We're gonna run session 31. Shut up, Raleigh. Of Abomination Vaults. Go on. Say it, Raleigh.
No, I don't have anything to say. What are you on about?
We're gonna go around and introduce ourselves real quick. I'm DM Stray. I've been DMing for a little over a decade and a half now. I'm very tired. Abomination Vaults is fun. I don't know what I'm doing, but no DM really does. Don't let them lie to you. There, I've said it. I will now be disappeared in the night for revealing the secret of all DMs. We'll go to you, Gideon. What have you got to say about yourself?
I am Como. I play Gideon. None of us ever really know what we're doing. I'll fight you. Gideon is a human fighter. He will fight you. He will make the priest work out in the middle of the night for no reason. And that's about it.
Good talk. Cezanne, drop and give me 20.
What? Hey,
He'll make it to
everyone.
5. I checked. He's not very good at this.
I'm Ralief. I'm playing Cezanne, the cleric of the group.
He's tired already.
Good talk. Wes,
See?
we're gonna go to you.
I don't know what you want from me.
You do kind of run out of things each week, huh? It's really hard to keep these intros interesting for like half a year now.
Half
I
a
thought we
year.
did last time.
How much longer do you think we're gonna have to keep doing these, Stray?
Another year.
Oh no.
We're in the basement.
I'm gonna say, do you think we're a third of the way through yet? I think we're close.
I'm Yuri. I play Wesk, the snarky kobold gunslinger.
I don't know. I heard how Ziri put you down. You fucking opened up Seasons of Ghosts last week. That was brutal. I don't know if I'd call you the snarky one. I'd call you God's cutest cowboy and move on.
I was about to say, Stray asked me to play something and said, well, guess you asked for God's cutest cowboy. Alright.
Wesk is an adorable little lizard.
Speaking of adorable little lizards, Ziri,
How is he gonna do this?
No, that's inappropriate to your response.
I'm Zilly. I play Ziri. She is an animus and resident big goth goat GF.
There was a word missing there.
we appreciate
likes-
you.
She likes dead things, and I mean, really, who doesn't? So.
Gideon,
Also,
Gideon,
she's currently incubating Gax.
Please rephrase that.
No, I will not.
Oh my god.
She will sit on his precious little corpse for 1 week until he hatches and is reborn like a phoenix.
Does Gax have a corpse?
She'll sit on the little piece of energy she has of him.
Isn't that like part of your soul?
It goes wherever she wants it to go.
Oh no.
Wibbly wobbly, magic-y soul
Solely
dust stuff you
stuff.
would know about if you weren't a stupid human fighter, so you know.
You're right. My understanding of Arcana is limited, but not zero.
The perks of having grown up with your bullies being able to firebolt you. Alright. For 1 hero point, he wants to take us from the top. Let us know exactly what happened last week.
Someone else want to take this one? Because I scarcely remember last session other than we ran around, things happened, I made Sazan work out the fucking in-room.
I'm overcapped on hero points, so
I did Season of Ghost, so I think it should be Zilly.
Yeah, it's not gonna be me. I'm sorry.
Well, Sazan and I worked out in the in-room.
Okay,
Adrian
guess I'll
West
become.
ran out outside of town. They
We
went to the
all
wood.
know who's going to actually take the point. Go ahead, Sazan.
West
Okay,
shot some
let's-
targets.
I'm trying to remember what order everything happened in because a lot of random stuff.
Yeah, that's
happened
the
last
problem.
time.
Is I remember them fine points. I don't remember order. West
Okay,
ran out, set up
last-
some targets, shot him.
Take your best shot, bud. I'll give you partial credit for trying.
Last time, the group continued off from what had happened in the prior session. They were in the inn room. Ziri decided to go sell some stuff on the town. Wes decided to go out and shoot at stuff in the forest. Sazan and Gideon worked out for a bit. Yeah, that's the right word for it. See, Ziri went and saw Wesk doing his whole routine. Sazan and Gideon went out in search of Ziri because she'd been gone for a while. At some point, the group kind of met up and came across one Tavius who was injured. Gideon attempted to help him, which eventually culminated with him following Tavius back to Blades for Glades, while Sazan and Wesk helped another traveler who showed up injured to the town guard. The three went back to the inn room and then not to the inn room, to the inn, then decided that they would go out and get a fish as a gift. Well, they did that. Ziri slept and had a dream. Everyone met back up, had dinner, then went out to see Rin for a fortune telling. She did a reading on all four members to slightly differing degrees. I don't know if we want to get into detail there.
Don't read too into that. I had to make it up on the spot because the thing that I was using no longer exists. So.
Ah, good. But yes, and she gave some cards of cantrips over to Gideon, and a nice astroglobe over to Sazan. And I think it pretty much ended there with us heading back for the day. Varying thoughts of all the matters.
Okay.
Did I forget anything? Because I feel like a lot happened last time.
You hit everything that I would have wanted you to hit, but you did fine. But yes, as Ziri continues to have these sorts of nightmares, Wesk is attempting to... We'll say he's attempting to prove something to himself. Sazan was gifted a lovely astrolabe by Rin Savinci, your sort of patron and collective friend. Bear in mind that most of you answered the call for the Abomination Vaults because Ren knows each of you in some form or another. I believe she gave Gideon a deck of cards, a cantrip deck.
Yes, cantrip deck.
But ultimately, at the end of the day, Ziri and Wes got to bond. Ziri continues to have strange nightmares and dreams. Still no Gax to comfort her, so she feels very alone. And we will just kind of pick it up there then, shall we?
That's good to me.
Sounds good to me. So we will rejoin our intrepid adventurers back. The village seashore. God damn it, I'm already fucking it up. Let's go. And the seaside, shoreside town of Otari.
She sells seashells by the seashore.
Nope, she does not. She wants to quit talking now. Another day has passed. It is roughly about 8 o'clock p.m. as each of you settle down for the night. You find yourselves, once again, returning back to the Rowdy Rockfish. All in a group. Marching inside. One Brenda Vankervell greets you with a hot pot of stew before bidding you upstairs to your abode, the room that you have been renting for a couple of weeks now from her. With that said, what would we all like to do?
I'm gonna wave at Brenda and go directly to the hot pot.
Nice.
I
thick,
will
creamy
also go
stew.
to the hot pot.
I think we're all quite hungry.
The noms.
It's a nice creamy, thick texture.
Yum.
Almost as if it has been thickened with some sort of flour. Not quite paste, not quite jello, but is a thick stew of some type. And as you dip your various breads and meats into it, you realize it's got quite a bit of a tang to it. Small peppers floating atop the stew season it nicely.
Hop.
Mary will go ahead and eat, but not quite as enthusiastic as normal. Seems like something's kind of on her mind.
Uncharacteristically, Ziri, who has won the eating contest, now not devouring her meal and going back for seconds faster than any of you can.
Wes will just focus on his food. Having not eaten. Well, no, they did have the lobster meal as well, which is also good. But any food made by Brenda is super delicious to him.
Wes busies himself with his food, either unaware or not wanting to pry into Ziri's business further. Also very mentally and physically drained from having run drills for hours by himself in the woods, crafting his own practice armaments. Sazan, what are you doing?
I'll eat with the group as well. Gideon? You seem to go over to Ravers a lot. Do you know when he tends to be active in the whole thing? I'm gonna need to get this rune fixed pretty soon.
Gulp. Depends on the day. If it's weekdays, it's sort of the after-school hours. Otherwise, I don't know, afternoonish. Kind of whatever he wants, really.
That does seem characteristic. Roughly what day of the week is it?
Day of the week. It is currently Moon Day. No, sorry, not Moon Day. It is currently...
That would have been the weekend.
It is Alban Elvid, so it is Friday.
So tomorrow would be Saturday?
Yep, tomorrow is Samhain. Sunday is Imbolic.
We could probably go over there anytime.
It has been a while since I've seen him.
Sorry, no, it is not the day I thought it was. No, sorry. Why do I have that there? I'm gonna have to move some notes around.
I'd pull the calendar back up, but I don't have any idea how to pull the calendar up.
It's under journal notes on the left-hand side. Simple calendar.
Yes. Except I think somewhere something got messed up because it is definitely not the 25th.
Hmm.
So it is.
I would say it's probably the 18th, not.
Oh, we've got it down as the 15th.
Yes.
It's like the calendar's having a couple.
Yeah, I think it'll be alright though. It's, maybe the date doesn't sync up with the, ba- ba-
Oh god,
Interesting. Yeah.
this must be some real good food.
Yeah, for some reason it's not tracking because I believe it's been at least 2 days since Gax died, or am I wrong?
No, because I think this is the same day Ziri started the
I think
return
it's the
spell.
same
Yeah,
week
this is
as
the
today.
Same day we came back.
Was it the same day we came back?
I think there was
Yeah.
a 1 day difference.
I thought she went
don't-
the next.
I think
She
we
went
had.
the
I'm no,
next
I'm
day.
not good at keeping time in this.
I think we had
No.
1 night.
Oh,
and
it's the
she
same
went out
day,
No,
that
it's the
because-
evening.
same day. Not even
Oh,
one
It's
day
just
has
been several
passed.
sessions on one day. It's actually, in fact, the same day we fought the werewolf. It's been a long day.
Has been a very long day.
Interesting. So my world clock is correct, but my calendar is not. I wonder why. Interesting. So my calendar is correct, but my world clock is its own thing. Alright, well, now that I know how that works. Regardless, it's the end of the first day.
Christ.
6 more agonizing days of loneliness, Ziri, as your party members don't even ask you what's wrong.
I was about to prod her with a handle end of a spoon.
Oh, okay. I spoke too soon then.
Okay.
Hmm?
Oh, oh.
What? Why? I'm fine. Just gonna kind of scooch a little ways away from him and take another bite, quirking an eyebrow in his direction.
You want some coffee?
No, I'm alright. It's about time to go to sleep anyways.
Guys, I think she's seriously ill.
Oh. To be fair, it's not been that long since we had the lobster.
think you will.
Oh, I mean, it was a big meal. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let me know if you need anything.
Take another bite.
Gideon nods and returns to the eternal bowl. He must win.
Very well. Gideon happily heaps a second helping on his. I have to deal with a cat.
Understandable.
Gideon obtains a second heaping of food. And before long, another 30 minutes passes during the night as each of you hunker down, eat your dinner, and one by one, you each meander your way upstairs to where your room lies. It's about 9 p.m. now. What's everyone doing?
I'm gonna take off and polish each piece of my armor. This is the most rest we've had in a while. I'm gonna make sure it's in tip-top shape and actually store it and change into a set of actual civilian clothes, which I don't think I've ever done.
Very well. What does Gideon look like as he disrobes? Not in that way.
I was gonna say scarred, but underneath the basic set of armor, he's gonna have just a regular tunic. It's very plain. Nothing especially interesting one way or the other. He's going to change out the Solares into a set of rather standard pots, we're gonna say. But his casual dress is not fancy at all. It's one step above upper lap sack.
Very well. You each catch just the briefest glimpses of Gideon's various battle scars. Only the briefest of glimpses, of course, as he throws on his tunic, covers himself up nonchalantly. A lifetime of hardship. Casually disguised. He throws on a pair of slops. Not bothering with footwear this late into the night. He has no plans. It's for the first time in a long time that I believe Gideon has not been ready to leap into a battle at the first sight of danger.
He'll begin doing some nightly stretches.
As I see that whole thing, I'll vaguely think to what he told me earlier about him growing up.
Wesk, Ziri, any nightly rituals?
Wesk is going to clean out his or do his normal maintenance on his gun, paying extra attention since he used it so much in his drills earlier that day.
Ziri?
Oh no. I forgot the level 3 spells.
That's why I've been so quiet for about the last couple minutes. That has been what I've been doing.
Fireball.
I was giving medical advice to somebody for a cat, but regardless, yeah, she's just gonna be sitting in bed, staring out the window kind of aimlessly, and I'm gonna be looking at the 3rd level spells. Yep.
Very
Fireball and Halo.
She is a divine caster and does not get fireball innately. She has to make actual decisions.
Fuck.
Correct. Very well.
there a spirit guardian's equivalent?
I don't know.
Oh no.
We're not doing that. Hold on.
Oh gosh, I don't even remember how to do that.
I don't know
How
what
to-
it does, but I do see the spell called Rouse Skeletons.
Excellent. Regardless, after about 10 hours of sleep, 1 hour of downtime before bed, 8 hours of sleep, and 1 hour to prep all of your spells and abilities. Morning breaks in Otari once again.
Hold up.
Yep.
Yeah?
Ziri isn't sleeping through the night.
Oh, okay.
Neither is Glesk since she
Okay.
asked him.
Alright. So,
Is there a
Ziri's
certain
gonna...
time, or are you just the second your party looks to be knocked out?
Well, Ziri's gonna probably leave earlier than Wesk will, because she told him to meet her at midnight. She's gonna sneak out right after everybody seems asleep.
Okay.
And she's gonna do it by becoming a rat. So that she's nice and sneaky and quiet. Hooves aren't sneaky and quiet.
Go ahead and give me that pest form, if you would.
Well, only if I have that as my main ghosty
Go.
things.
Yes. But I am
Should
looking
do it.
for
What?
the...
Why did it?
Because remember, that's not the actual spell. That's
Why did I
just
click
so
again?
that you could know the name of it. You're looking
Oh,
for
shoot.
this.
Hold on. Let me pull up my apparitions, get into the spells. Put this over here. Okay. Delete that.
Very good. Now we cast that one. Remember, we made the other one just so you would...
Yes, I remember. Sorry.
It's okay. Alright. You're turning into a rat.
Yeah.
Into a tiny mouseketeer.
Oh, that's a cantrip. Oh my.
Ziri waits for some of your companions to shut their eyes and kind of settle in before standing and beginning to cast as quietly as she can. Notably, magic is not exactly a subtle art, no matter how well you wish it to be. It takes some emphasis and eloquent speech. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Cezanne and Gideon. Go ahead and give me a stealth check, if you would, Ziri.
So that's my animus. That's not me. Hold on.
Does a rat have a different stealth roll than Ziri in her base?
No.
Huh.
Wait, stealth is what I'm giving?
Yes.
Rolling? Okay.
Huh.
Plus 10 from pest form. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That makes sense.
I was looking at it because I'm like, I don't remember being that stealthy, but okay.
Ziri, you begin to chant your spell, and as quickly and quietly as you can, you rush through the incantation, knowing that magic takes some form of willpower, some intricacies, some somatic components, and before long, you do quickly transmogrify, polymorph yourself into this rat-like form before dropping down on all fours. Cezanne stirs slightly, maybe groggily, opening an eye before shutting it, not noticing anything out of the ordinary. You scurry directly to the graveyard?
Yeah.
Alright. Notably, it is only sustained for about a minute, so if you hustle as fast as your little rat legs can carry you out the
My little
window,
rat
over the
legs.
roof, down the gutters, scurrying down, sliding down the water veins. You make it to about... Oh no, darkened forest form gives it to you for 10 minutes, don't you? No, darkened forest form is
Nope.
a...
Sustained for up to 1 minute.
Yeah. You do, however, eventually, against your will, find your spell waning, unable to kind of keep the magic sort of sustained for much longer without just utterly exhausting your reserves. You come to in an alley, making sure that no one is following you or noticing you before pulling the cloak, this armored cloak that you wear, tighter around you, and you begin to meander your way out through the night.
Would the nap I have taken earlier done anything, or is that only a full rest that really does anything?
That is only a full rest.
Gotcha.
It's essentially, they have specific rules, but yes, essentially 8 hours straight sleep or downtime.
Except for your ritual points.
Yes, you will get focus points back every 10 minutes.
Gotcha.
You meander your way through the Dawnflower Library, not bothering to walk through the grandiose entrance. Not that there's too many people. Give me a perception check, if you would, Ziri. Could I do one of these? Okay. Ziri, you catch just the briefest glimpse of a figure behind the Dawnflower Library, sort of trying to stay out of sight, just like you are.
I would like to inspect.
It is Tobias, with a hood and cloak drawn up around his face, just like you are. He has ducked around a corner, but otherwise makes no motion to hail you or draw your attention.
Siri's going to step around the corner before kind of lowering her hood a little bit and squinting towards him. Are you following me?
No. In fact,
Why are you
you're-
here?
I was here first, actually, so I don't know what
Be
you're
right back.
on about.
She's gonna narrow her eyes a little further, kind of tip her head back like she's considering, and then shrug, pull her hood back up, and wander away.
Okay. You meander your way up the steps to your destination, leaving Tobias behind at the Dawnflower Library. Wesk, it's been about 10 minutes since Ziri left.
Yuri just stepped away.
I see. Excellent. Good job, Yuri. Ziri, you meander your way up to the...
I'm back.
Can you walk?
Sorry.
Unsure of when Wesk will make himself known. Is there something you would like to be doing, busying yourself with?
She's just gonna go over and inspect the body that they brought earlier.
Okay. Ziri, it's midnight. Do you have
Yep.
anything to see with?
My eyeballs. Do I?
That dark vision you don't have.
I don't know.
Oh,
Oh.
I always carry the torches.
Well, hold on. I'm seeing what I got here. Why don't we go over here to Wesk?
Very well.
While Ziri figures out how to see in the dark.
Wesk, it's been about 10, maybe 15 minutes since Ziri has departed. Were you pretending to be asleep this entire time, or did you just watch?
I would have not disturbed her, just pretending to be asleep for now.
Very well. She's departed. She's been gone for long enough to get to the Dawnflower Library, you think. Time seems to crawl, however, as you sit and lay there in silence, biding your time. What are you doing?
It's nowhere near midnight, right?
It's a little past midnight. Ziri departed right at midnight. It's been about 10 minutes.
I'll get up and head out as well.
Okay. Kind of just walk out the door, or are you trying to be a little sneaky?
I'm going to do my best to not wake the other two.
Okay. Give me a stealth check if you would.
Yeah.
You do so.
Very quick question, Stray.
Actually-
So, with our level, did I gain access to any higher rank of the animus spells?
Yes, you get all 3rd rank animus spells as well.
Right. Okay. Carry on.
Notably, Cezanne stirs. Cezanne, you stir just long enough. Gideon, you sleep too heavily for this. Cezanne, something bugs you and you kind of wake up this second time to notice that Wesk is beginning to slip out the door.
Something up, Wesk?
I can't sleep. I'm just gonna take a quick walk by the beach for some fresh air.
Oh, stars are quite nice out. Have a good time. Stay safe.
Yeah, I won't be too long.
Give me a will save, Cezanne.
Will save.
Will save.
Unfortunately.
Cezanne, you watch Wesk depart groggily, and it's... Your brain staves off sleep for just a moment longer to note that something is wrong in the room, and you glance around the room. Still only vaguely conscious, if you could call it that, and notice that Ziri's bed is also empty. Wesk begins to head to the Dawnflower Library. His badge illuminating. Ziri, you can see Wesk's approach from the cliff. He is giving off light.
Ah, well.
Gideon continues to snore.
Ziri shrugs and begins to light a torch herself then. Cezanne, any actions now that you notice that 2 of your party members are gone?
Give me just a second.
Very
Gideon
well.
continues to snore.
Gideon snores loudly, flopping over onto his back. One hand reaches up to scratch his chest.
Eat a lobster.
So you strike a torch and begin to search for the body. You find what you can only assume to be the body. It is a tarp laid across something on the ground up here, roughly in the same area.
I would like to pull the tarp off and kind of start messing with it, like I'm prepping it. Kind of shifting it around and humming to myself and looking this way and that at it.
Okay. You begin to prep the creature for your ritual.
Yes.
Okay. Begin to pull out the small black rock that you have found on the creature, prepping it for its ritual components. You know that it will be a painful ordeal should you fail, so begin to very delicately and very single-mindedly mess with your new toy, albeit it's a process that you've become quite good at. You also know that you've asked Wesk to do it, and you can't imagine that gunslingers know too much about this. Wesk, give me a perception check. Okay. You ascend the steps. mantling the cliff, arriving at the top of the steps, you see Ziri standing over a body. Sorry, crouched over a body, kind of arranging it just so, beginning to take a stick and inscribe runic marks into the ground around it, placing her palm onto the mark and sort of activating it, pumping out some sort of necrotic energy into the earth around you. Into the earth around the body, rather.
I'll approach.
Okay.
I can't control my token for whatever reason, but it's fine.
Yeah, I can't find up there.
I don't know why.
I can control mine.
Weird.
Yeah, I can control mine.
I have no idea then.
Oh, you know what?
Hmm?
I know what it was.
You didn't have the thing
Gi-
selected?
Me and Gideon were still on journal notes to select simple calendar.
Ah,
That explains it. Yeah.
Very well.
So.
As
Oh, go ahead.
as Wesk approaches, Ziri will kind of light up and excitedly walk over to him before like extending a hand and making grabby hand motions, like take her hand.
Wesk will curiously take her hand.
Just gonna kind of tug him towards the corpse and be like, all excited about it before glancing down at him. Isn't it beautiful?
It sure is a ghoul in a robe that you've killed before.
What about the third time?
It's definitely something. If nothing else, it's nice to see that you're excited about it.
Have you ever seen a ritual to animate dead, Wesk?
I can't say I have normally.
Oh gosh, you're in for such a treat. Just going to kind of fiddle with the rock and look back at him again.
Right. I mean, do you need any help?
What exactly do I need the second person for, Stray? I don't. I've been trying to find this thing and I don't see anything where it's explaining how to do the
It is essentially you are casting
ritual. Ah!
you're casting your net into the
Oh, is
life
this it?
stream.
There it is. Okay.
You're essentially casting your net into the life stream to wrench a soul back into a body to animate it. You can animate dead, but creating undead is a different matter. Animating dead would require you to constantly pump it full of your own magic. Creating undead would essentially be giving it its own source of magic, a soul. You would be wrenching an undead out. So you're essentially fishing into the afterlife to pull something out. You need a good knowledge of the divine, this sort of portfolio of the gods that understand exactly how the weave works, the life stream works. Essentially, in layman's terms, you need some good religion knowledge about how the afterlife works. You can substitute religion with arcana or occult, based on how you want to pull this soul out, what methods, essentially what fishing rod you're using. But at the end of the day, the river you're fishing into requires religion.
What was the role of the second person? Because you said I would need a second.
They are just helping you with various tools, helping you kind of become an anchor point in this world. This sort of guide. You would have to basically latch on to your presence to lure the soul back to you. On top of which, just prepping ingredients, helping mark down runes. It's lab assistant work, not necessarily. You don't necessarily need to be an expert. Anybody can help you, but
Alright.
the more
I will
knowledge they would have would help.
I will explain what we're doing, like you did to Wesk first, and then I will explain in kind of a laissez-faire tone, because I'm gonna make it sound like it's really no big deal. That, you know, he just has to help me here and there with some things. It won't be anything too taxing.
Wesk, what is your religion skill?
Well, good news is my wisdom is a +4. That's it.
Okay. Wesk, you have no idea what she's talking about. You know that the afterlife is a thing? You've never heard of a life stream? Or positive and negative energy planes? You've never heard of Tetherion, you've never heard of Pharasma, you've never heard of the Raven Queen, and the Shadow Plane just sounds like a really bad place that you don't want anything to do with. But you're gonna do your best.
That's all she needs.
Very well. Ziri, are you creating undead?
Yes.
What creature are you creating? You can
What are
create.
the options?
You can create up to a 3rd level undead.
Up to a 3rd level undead. Do you have a quick link to this list? Because my Google did not approve of my request.
I will
Not approved.
see what I can do.
Otherwise, can you just kind of, you know, put in a, I don't know, something until I find.
I
Oh,
can
wait, here we go.
see what
Maybe?
I can
Nope.
pull up in my bestiary with the
That's
undead
not it.
trait of levels. Let's say
you
0
find
to
it, dear?
3.
Oh, cool. I think Como found it. Will send it to me.
You could create a white. You could create a trail gaunt. You could even create a skeletal giant.
What the heck is a chimpanzee visitant? That sounds awful. What? Oh.
Sorry, I'm a little horrified by standard zombie owlbear myself.
Oh God.
Oh, what? That sounds. Zombie owlbear, you say? Okay. What's a white? Okay, that's less interesting. Triple Drogo, which is kind of pretty. Fiddling bones? Interesting.
Ziri is now.
I didn't know I'd have to choose this. I made a mistake.
Very well. We'll come back
Gonna
to
be
this.
every level.
Thank you. Yes, please give me a
Siri-
moment.
Siri is now excitedly mumbling the names of creatures that sound absolutely awful, Wesk. You don't know what they are, but Trail Gaunt just kind of sounds like a bad day. Cezanne,
Yes.
your party member's gone. Gideon's snoring loudly. Are you rolling back to bed?
I'm gonna stay up a bit to see if I can catch them coming in. I'm gonna, for the time being, keep my attention off of sleep. I'm gonna go over to the window and see about, trying out the star charts on the astrolabe that I got.
Okay.
Oh, ladies, I don't need any more alcohol.
Give a quick prayer that Ziri's at least not doing something as crazy as going back to the gauntlet like earlier.
Zombie owlbear.
So I'm assuming that it's going to take these whatever I make, it's going to take their traits.
Yes, you are essentially creating that creature, and should the ritual go well, you create this creature and give it the minion trait, which essentially makes it act exactly like a familiar.
Well, I was just wondering because some of them don't list. Like, some of them have their skills and such, and others do not.
What?
Oh, if I click on it, it does. Apparently, I just didn't pull it up in the preview. Sorry, never mind. Carry on.
Some of them are going to have much longer descriptions than others.
Third level's probably going to be where I want to stick, though, right? Because they're going to have the best, I don't know,
The best
traits?
combat power at third level, yes. You could theoretically create something with more utility or something like that. There is some, like tiny spy undead that might be useful for that. But it's really more so whatever you want to create, you may create, should this work. Notably,
Yeah.
you have now foisted upon Wesk a number of material components that you will need, including some rank-smelling mushrooms and a moldy stick. You don't actually need the moldy stick, you just thought it was cool, and you're having him hold that. Wesk, your hands are now full, and you're kind of just following behind Ziri wherever she goes, about 5 feet back. Just like a kid helping his dad with the car. Just
I'm holding the fucking light.
Yes, at one point she passes you the torch. You look at your arms full and reach forward and grab the torch in your mouth. Siri is unaware of all of this, excitedly explaining to you the properties of the live stream and etc., etc., as she busies herself, dusts some mud off of her caked knees before rushing to the next portion of the ritual. It's been a while since you've seen her this happy. But you can only see half of her because now she's piled more things into your field of view. That's where Cezanne, you meander over to the window and pull out the astrolabe. It sits in your hand quite gently. It is subtly enchanted so that as you touch it and will your attention to it, it begins to levitate a few inches from your hand, spinning almost to your will. It is made of platinum plates inset with rubies, rings decorating some bits and baubles of it. The platinum engraved with charts, calendars. It is essentially a Swiss Army knife for navigating by the stars. Sorry. I'm
Distant
hearing,
Como noises.
yeah, I'm hearing distant zombie is good. Cezanne, as you spin it, you look out across the lake shore and notice that the lake is once again reflecting the night sky beautifully like a mirror. Your words going back to the words of your goddess, how the ocean and water can be a reflection of the diamond tapestry. This deep, dark, unfathomable abyss below you and deep, dark, unfathomable sky above you. And you, this tiny speck caught in the middle.
Also real good. Got good acting.
Any thoughts, Cezanne?
Okay. It's not narrowing it
Oh.
down, unfortunately.
I think I'll. Yeah, I think I'll try and pick out a couple constellations while I'm doing this.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an astrology lore.
Oof.
Your eyes are still stung with the sand of sleep, Sazan. You're having a hard time really kind of putting anything together. Your head feels light and your vision's blurry, and as you mess with the toy, spinning it around once or twice, kind of lazily gazing out over the lake, your party members haven't returned.
How long has it been?
I'd say it's been about
You
10
said?
minutes.
Try and stick it out a little longer, but very late, so it's been a very long day, so I don't imagine that it's particularly easy.
Very well.
Making an owlbear.
Making an owlbear.
A zombie owlbear.
A zombie owlbear. Very well.
A zombie owlbear.
Notably, Ziri, the ritual for Kree undead that you have, unlike the undead books that your master had when you were growing up, this one's been modified in subtle ways that you've not really put together until now. This is going to transmogrify this creature into essentially a different life form by rearranging it. You've kind of excited to see what that looks like.
Not gonna lie, I really would be.
Because you're taking this humanoid creature and based upon this ritual, should everything work correctly, you're transforming it into a beast more so than a humanoid. Regardless, you begin the ritual, and while this will typically take a full day of downtime, I will allow it overnight. But you will not be able to sleep tonight, Ziri. Neither will you,
Okay.
Red Wesk.
Okay.
Very well. Wesk, give me a religion check.
Oh boy. Yeah, that seems about right.
Oh boy. Well,
Did you not call Sazan out here for this again?
You think Cezanne would have helped me?
okay.
I mean,
Siri, give
Sazan
me-
has religion power.
Stray said that I could use literally anybody.
Siri,
He said I didn't need somebody who was good at religion. What?
give me a Arcana, Occult, or Religion check, please.
You want the occult?
Thank you.
I figured you knew.
I'm gonna re-roll with my one
Wesk,
hero.
would you like to
Plus-
reroll? With your 4 hero points?
4?
Yeah.
Yes. Because I still have. I'm going to use one of my special hero points, and I will reroll that, I guess.
They're all the same, bud.
No, that one is the most special.
Okay.
Saving it for last.
I thought the extra one allows me to bank 4.
I mean, it's not capped, so I guess that's the thing.
I would
Anyway.
assume it doesn't let you permanently bank 4.
Oh,
Wow.
dear.
I'd remind you it's a 1d10 plus 10.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it's still technically worse than what he rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me.
Is it?
Actually,
Yeah.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I rolled 1d10 plus 1. That would
Yeah.
still be an 11 plus
He
4.
rolled 1d20 plus 9. No, sorry. What did he roll? He rolled 1d20 plus 4.
I just rerolled the
Got it.
check.
Okay.
And I got a nat 1.
Yeah, he literally rolled lower. But
Beautiful.
with the hero point bonus, we're just gonna use that and move on so that we can leave this behind.
Never speak of it again.
Ziri, you're sticking with your roll. Wesk burned a hero point for the 22.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, yeah.
Got that and that and that. And that. We are doing a spell level 3. +5 over that. Oh, that's amazing. Very well. You each set to work, and in the wee hours of morning, Cezanne, they do not come back for hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say after 20-30 minutes, I'm going to bed.
Very well. You go back to bed, none the wiser, as Ziri toils through the night.
Gideon continues to snore.
Gideon continues to snore. We're not gonna have...
Fran, I don't want any of this weird pudding.
Oh, I'm gonna have to make a custom one.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh no, don't be, because this is about to get all sorts of fucking weird.
As is custom with Ziri.
Very well. Eventually, after about 8 straight hours of work, Ziri, you find yourself.
Oh god.
Oh, you don't know yet.
You right?
Ah!
Oh, you don't know yet. Surprisingly, Wesk keeps up. He has no idea what you're talking about. Unfortunately, you've only realized that about 6 hours into the ritual. But he's doing his best, and frankly, that's adorable. But, oh boy.
Oh, I didn't realize the zombie owlbear was large.
Oh.
Oh, it's
Every
what now?
every owlbear
It's
is
large.
large.
Oh no.
I mean, I guess that makes sense. No, that's a good thing.
Oh. Yay.
Until it's not a good thing.
No.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet.
More bear.
More bear indeed.
I bear, you bear, we all bear
Oh
from
Jesus.
the
I looked up zombie owlbear and
bear. Yeah.
I like this one. That's nice. That's comforting.
It seemed like your kind of thing.
Notably,
Why do you think it can grab things to the ground and kill them?
Ziri, you consume one of your black stones, wherever that is. Go ahead and mark
It's
one of
horrifying.
them off. Your black onyx
Okay.
gemstones, mark one
Yes.
off for this, as they are used in
Inventory.
place of any material components at all, so you did not have to pay the 180 gold for this.
Alright. One has been marked off.
Seems like a good trade-off.
Wesk, you watch horrified as the ritual begins to complete.
I get progressively more excited. Wes gets progressively more horrified.
As you watch what
Yes,
you
yes, 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 yes.
know
No,
almost innately, this is wrong. You watch as flesh begins to slough off, though nobody is touching the corpse, peeling away, wrapping itself around bones, mending fingers, melding them together with bits of skin and flesh, feathers sprouting from nowhere from this creature, its body swelling and bloating with each breath it takes. It's breathing now, by the way. With each breath it takes, it swells, inhaling air but never exhaling it. This creature slowly growing larger than both you and Ziri's height combined, swelling out and filling form. You watch as Ziri begins to reach into its chest, excitedly stuffing it full of those mushrooms you were holding earlier, watching as she begins to chant and incant spells, before each mushroom becomes a beating organ in her hand, a large intestine, completely shot to shit, but it doesn't matter, as it's a zombie, she explains, before ramming it inside. But you actually need the stuffing inside so that it doesn't just fall apart on itself, she explains the logistics of creating this abomination that towers over you now, Wesk, maybe about 4 times your size. You begin to help her as patches of flesh aren't covered by the owlbear feathers, these pointed barbed quills jutting out from its skin. She explains that you don't actually have to cover all of it. It's really just, this is mostly decoration. It functions fine without feathers. It can't fly anyway. Feathers are basically just a waste of time, but you know, they're a tradition. She reaches into the humanoid skull, grabbing it under its base, fishing around, her hand deep in its mouth, before pushing further and further in. Kind of too focused on her work to get a gauge of her reaction as her hand is swallowed whole by this thing's skull. She twists her wrists around before seemingly reaching up into the back of its nasal cavity, and you watch as she gives a sharp jerk and pulls the skull a little bit, deforming it before the humanoid mouth curves down into a sharp beak.
It's like I'm back in the godlight all over again.
Wrenching her hand out, the viscera and gore, blackened ichor, this rotted blood that has been unmoving for possibly years. Even before this thing was being animated by Ziri, it was a ghoul. She wipes some of its own ichor and blood on its heart. You note that its consistency is more like, well, jello and ooze more so than any sort of liquid. And as she kind of wipes her hands on its chest, she pushes down onto it, squeezing something into place, before chuckling to herself that she always forgets that part. You watch as she stands, content. Its chest begins to rise and fall. Something deeply unsettling about the creature before you, thumping its chest to life, stirring on the ground. Ziri.
It's
You have a zombie owlbear.
yay. Look at him.
You're trying not to, West.
He's adorable. 6 feet tall, weighs a fucking ton.
He's no Gex, but he'll do for the moment.
I'm not going to say I approve, but
Oh, I just saw.
It's fine, he's on our side.
It doesn't have the minion trait unless you crit succeed it. So it is
Uh-oh.
awake. It is not able to be directly commanded by you, but it's friendly to you.
oh,
Oh. Is there a way to fix that?
do better.
Essentially, yes.
I was about to say, knowing Pathfinder, it's
Kill
just
it, start over.
If you crit succeed, yes, it can become your minion. This thing is also mindless.
Yeah. Aren't all
friendly,
undead?
mindless, can't be commanded. Oh god.
What?
Specifically, it marauds the local area rather than following your command.
Oh no.
Where was this warning?
It is, however, friendly to you and your party.
Here,
Everyone else
kitty.
up in the air.
It stands, this creature given life again.
And there's no
lumbers
way for
to
me to
its
make
feet.
it my minion now. It's just forever gonna lumber around.
I will say this will be a special case since I fucked up the ruling. This one I will say is a very special case. It can be friendly and follow your commands, although I am going to secretly roll dice to see if it knows what to do and if it does follow you.
Fair enough. It's dumb, is what you're saying.
Oh, it's incredibly dumb. It is in fact so
All
dumb,
undead are
mental effects cannot affect it.
What am I-
That's a given no matter what.
We're gonna name him Chuck.
We're gonna name him
Chuck.
Chuck.
We got Gax and Chuck.
Very well. We can name him Chuck. We name him Chuck.
Sure.
Very well.
So that I can say, don't fuck up, Chuck.
No fuck Chuck.
Oh, I named him Fuck Up Chuck.
Oh no!
Very well.
Straight has never heard of Two-Bug Chuck.
Anyway, we're gonna keep it rolling. Wes, this thing towers over both you and Ziri, and she doesn't look like she has the best control over it, but for now, she's still in the honeymoon phase with it, as she's excited to show off her specialty.
This is the first time I've ever made one that actually was breathing at the end.
How many ones have you tried before this?
A few. Anyways, isn't he neat? I mean, he's not quite what I was aiming for, but he's pretty cool.
Yeah, you kind of let your project get away from you, Ziri. You started adding things that, like, you got really into it. You got, like, you know, this is really
I
impressive.
gotta
It's
reel it
above
back
your
in
needs.
last time.
What's he for, if you don't mind me asking?
He's to help us. I mean, who doesn't want this guy on their side? Just gonna kind of gesture grandly at him before
God, we
patting
can-
him on the head.
We can never let Ziri lose Gax again. She will go off fucking demons so fast.
I will. Okay, how's this then, Ziri? I will make this a weak version of this creature, and you can make it a minion then. It basically means it's one level lower than a normal zombie owlbear, but I will give it the minion trait. where it can be directly commanded.
What's better, full power and not know if it's gonna listen to me?
Do you want the Dark Knight or do you want the Paladin?
I'm gonna take full power.
Okay.
Add an extra interest to it.
Very well. Zero, you may give it one single command that pursues single-mindedly, ignoring any subsequent commands.
Oh no.
Per the rules.
I can what now?
You can give it a goal.
Uh-huh.
It will pursue that goal single-mindedly and can only pursue that goal single-mindedly. Otherwise, per the rules, it's going to maraud the local area.
I would like to make it a level weaker.
Very well. It is now level 2, but it will be a minion.
I would like the owlbear to not kill all of our friends in town, please.
No, you just point it to the swamp. See?
I was about to say, point it at the
wanted to-
spotlight and hope for the best.
Yeah. See? Come on.
Lay a little trail of snackies down to the entrance, give it a pat, walk away. Don't look in the rearview mirror.
I will go ahead and make Chuck's actual token now for you, so that you can see Chuck just like you can see Gax's token.
So, you realize that this thing can't follow us into town, right?
Yes. But she's gonna look a little crestfallen about it. I figured we'd kind of stash them in the forest.
You're only planning on using this thing to help us, right?
She's gonna look a little stricken. Of course. What? Why wouldn't I?
I'm just not used to this stuff. It's nothing against you, just considering where we've been for the past couple weeks.
There we go. Silly, you now have ownership over Chuck.
There you are. Don't worry. He's just really no different than Gax, except much larger, dumber, but you know, he's not gonna hurt anything unless I tell him to. Come on, Chuck. To the forest with
Notably,
you.
it is still a zombie. It's noticeably slower moving, and mentally, than an owlbear should be, but a small price to pay to have an owlbear. It squeezes through the gates, some of its flesh getting caught and falling away. Wes, you are very tired now. You have
Thank
been
you
up.
for the help, Wesk.
In fact, both of you are very tired. I believe.
So I can just stick him in there and tell him to stay, and he will.
Yeah.
Can I tell him to go further in? So he's not right there.
Essentially, you can give him a command and he will try to fulfill it as best he can.
Okie dokie.
He, however, is still mindless.
Let's get back to the rowdy rockfish before they notice we're missing.
Okay.
Did they get rid of exhausted?
I think so. Yeah. No.
Or is it fatigue?
Probably is fatigue.
You're so tired you can't summon much energy. You take a -1 status penalty to AC and saving throws. You can't use exploration action.
Yes,
Vorpal
there we
trap
go.
wound.
Yep.
Not exhausted.
You recover after a full night's
fatigued.
rest.
Okay. You are both fatigued, and as you slip back into the...
On the way back to the Rowdy Rockfish, she is going to still be noticeably pretty excited and kind of chattering to Wesk about it. And her dreams for the future. What color collar she's gonna buy him. She's gonna train him.
As you walk in,
Sit.
Brenda,
High five.
as you walk in, Brenda is up early, fixing breakfast, and she gives you a small smile. Did you get a puppy?
What? No.
Oh,
I hope to in the future, though. You know, I was just talking theoretically.
oh, I just heard something about the color of a collar. She blushes suddenly. I forget I said anything. I'm sorry. She
Do
goes
you
back
have a
to
puppy?
cooking. You know, back in my day, we didn't use collars, but I guess I'm just an old-time girl. I didn't. Whew.
Siri's gonna reach up and tentatively touch the collar around her neck.
Regardless, you slip back into your room. Wesk, you are utterly exhausted. Do you go to bed?
Yes.
Okay, you flop down into bed. Ziri, are you allowing Wes to go to bed?
Yes.
Very well.
She will
Do
also
I hear
climb
them
into
coming
bed.
in?
Okay. You climb into bed. And about 10 minutes later, Cezanne begins to stir awake.
Brenda, I can't eat any more steak.
I'll look over and see that they're at least back. Probably was just a walk. Guess I'll just do my morning prep then.
Okay.
Siri is going to drift off into sleep.
Very well.
Let's say, yeah.
Cezanne awakes about 10 minutes after you get in, notices you, and begins to do his daily prep. It's awful, you two. Especially for you, Wesk. Cezanne is just kind of quietly prepping his day, but now there is something keeping you awake.
Hmm.
Cezanne, it takes you about an hour to refresh and prep all of your spells. Getting you awake about 30 minutes after Cezanne. Slept like a log.
I feel like I had some good dreams last night.
In fact, give me a luck roll.
11.
You dreamed about nothing. Just straight black.
I still feel like I did, but I don't know.
Gideon is
You
now
were
mumbling
mumbling
something
something.
stupid about having a dream, but feeling like he had a good dream, but he didn't have a dream, so still feels like he... And now the two of them talking, or at least Gideon talking at Cezanne, is keeping you awake, Wes.
Alright, son. Time for calisthenics.
Your party members aren't out of bed yet, Gideon.
Calla what now?
Usually you'd be
Calisthenics.
doing your daily prep right now, Gideon. Siri would be prepping your spells, and Wesk would be up and about, getting his guns ready.
I'm sure they'll be up in a bit. I'm gonna clasp both hands on Sazan's shoulders. Calisthenics. How long can you run for?
I can't say that I've made an effort to see.
All right. Crosstown run. Let's go. Gideon will begin strapping his shoes on. His regular civilian shoes.
You know what? Sure, probably a good opportunity to say something.
Strap some shoes onto your feet. Slip into some possibly less comfortable but still casual wear, leaving your warm bed and pajamas behind for the cool shoreside air, before dragging Sazan away from his prayer books, out onto the street. Where are you running? Just straight through
I'm
town?
thinking a circle around town. We can maybe start from the south branch, go down, go back up, hit up the main streets. We'll stop at the school,
Sazan,
probably
you
around
breathe
the
a
town.
sigh of
kids
relief
getting
as Gideon begins to lay out his workout plan, and your eyes drift to the stairs behind the Dawnflower Library.
You know, I was actually just about to say something about that.
How many meta levels are you on, my dude? Regardless, your heart breathes a sigh of relief as you realize you will not be fighting those accursed hellspawn stairs again. And the two of you begin to meander your way through
Don't
town.
worry, in about 30 minutes we'll hit Rin's place. We'll
30
go up
minutes?
Wiz Street. I'm sorry. Are you sprinting?
Gideon begins to jog you around town, and sure enough, in about 30 minutes, as you make a various long loop around the entire town. You arrive in front of Rin's Wonders, absolutely soaked. It's good. You think you're dying, but like you're not the most medically sound man.
So we're done?
We are across town. Do you want me to carry you back?
I mean, there's always walking.
As you approach Rin's Wonders, you notice that she is only just now rousing herself.
Ah,
She stands,
let's say hi.
bedhead still everywhere.
Gideon will literally lift and place Sazan in front of the still waking up Rin.
Sazan, do you resist?
Yes!
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Yeah!
Could I convince it acrobatics?
Oh no, I meant for Gideon.
Yeah, for
Oh,
me.
okay.
Absolutely not, Sazan. You are
I mean, I could crit,
exhausted.
right? Oh no,
You
that's against
could
my
crit.
save modifier, isn't it?
Correct. Sazan, you are
Yeah.
exhausted and you do
And
your
you beat a
best.
28.
But it is no good as Gideon grabs you in those big strong arms that have saved your life, plopping you in front of Rin, dooming you. Luckily, Rin has her eyes about halfway open still.
Can I grab Rin and put her in front of Sazan?
I'm pretty sure you plopped Sazan in front of her already, didn't you?
Yes, but Rin is still waking up.
Okay, you go behind
What?
Rin, give me another athletics check. Congrats, you beat it by 1. You pick up Rin as and she is plopped in front of you. Directly into the same spot she already was.
Gideon is jogging in place.
What are you?
Gideon.
Gideon will do a salute while jogging in place.
Have you lost your mind?
I will get the scroll, she says, beginning to dig around in the scroll, before passing you a scroll of Restore Senses Sazan.
Oh, glance to Gideon.
Gideon will smile warmly.
Unfortunately, I think this is endemic.
I do not know what that means. Is that, like, contagious?
No, you'll be fine.
Good morning.
It is certainly morning.
Oh,
Hello, my
y'all
friends.
aren't morning people, huh?
No,
Gideon.
And she says this with a little bit more bite than you're used to. No, I like the stars, Gideon. Gesturing to the stars painted on the top of her tent. I'm quite
Gideon
firmly
looks
a nighttime person, Gideon. Though I
thought the
do
sun was a star.
appreciate you very much, my friend, for stopping by. Have a good day.
Yes, we'll be.
Gideon begins jogging back south towards the bridge.
I'll pass her back the scroll and continue after Gideon. Sorry about that, sorry.
It's fine. He's always been this way, I guess. I don't know why.
No one does.
Perhaps I shall ask the stars about that tonight.
I'll try and catch up to Gideon.
Okay. Gideon has a good lead on you.
We're in the home stretch. Sprint home.
Do I even have the
Constitution
capacity to
check.
sprint home at this point?
Him or me?
Sazan.
Is that fortitude?
Yes.
Oh, there is no straight constitution
It's a
check,
fort.
is there? Shame. I will give you athletics or fortitude.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. That's...
It's gonna be a fort. No.
Very well. Gideon, give me athletics or fortitude. Okay. Gideon, you begin the sprint. It is
Do I notice
rough,
that Sazan is not
even-
behind me at any point in time?
Gideon, it is a rough sprint even for you. This is not like a it's not like a 2-minute sprint or something. This is a challenge even for you as you begin to sprint across town, this 10 to 12 minute run. You push
That's a long
yourself
sprint.
huffing and puffing. You do your absolute best. I need to get the right video for this.
Oh god.
I need to get the right video for this. I need to get the right video for this. There it is. That's about right. Gideon, you stop realizing Sazan is not behind you. Double back to catch up to him. Give him a few words of encouragement before running back again. That video is about how Sazan looks.
Surely you would notice if I started walking now.
It's about that time that Gideon has doubled back to check on you. And you resign yourself to your fate. Eventually, Gideon has finished ahead of you, jogging in place, waiting you in front of the door as you slump against the door frame. defeated.
I feel like I had something to say to you, and at this point, I don't remember.
Can I go get some water for him?
Sure.
I'll do that.
Okay. Did you get some water for Cezanne?
I'll drink out of my water skin.
Very well. Upstairs, meanwhile, Wes and Ziri are sound asleep still. Cezanne, you gulp down the water greedily. Selfishly even. Lapping it up as if it's the last good thing left for you on this earth by your goddess. Your only friend, even Gideon, has betrayed you. Your body, its weakness exposed, betrayed you.
So this is how I die.
You're fine. Well, that was a pretty tough run there at the end.
No, I'm not justifying that. I'm just gonna slump for a bit, try and get my breath.
About time for breakfast?
How can you think of eating already?
Because the workout's done. You always eat after the workout. That's how it works. Protein?
Okay.
Jim Bro Gideon is my new favorite character.
Brenda has, in fact, prepared some fish for you this morning.
Fish. Second only to eggs.
Absolutely drenched in sweat, she swats your hands away at first. Showers.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll drag Cezanne along.
Okay. Cezanne,
Give up.
your mortal body has completely given way.
Yeah, resigning myself to being dragged at this point.
Okay. You know, shrug away by Gideon.
Not worth fighting.
Plopped into the warm baths. It's a group bath.
Two best things after a long workout. A sauna and protein.
Do you... Is this like a daily thing for you?
Yeah. What do you do?
You know, I consult my spell books, I consult my religious texts, you know, prep some spells, it's really all very academic.
Sounds boring. Have you considered push-ups?
I'd like to be, you know, in a condition to go to the Gauntlet most days.
Yeah. That's how you get in a condition to go to the gauntlet. Man, no
I'm
wonder
not sure I'm
things
gonna be
keep
able to
eating you.
move later.
Well, if you do it enough, things won't be an issue. not going to be able to move later?
We'll see.
The key is regularity.
You listen to Gideon's health advice and his lectures on physicality, and the word regularity stings as much as a knife in the ribs right now, knowing that if Gideon were to have his way, you'll be doing this for the foreseeable future.
Twice a day.
Twice?
In the back of your mind, you swear to yourself, you will never do this again.
Yeah. We did yesterday evening's workout. That was great. And the morning is calisthenics. Every morning. Forever. Forever.
You know,
Forever.
maybe you should have Wes join you. I think he'd be pretty good at that kind of thing.
Wes looked kind of dead to the world this morning. You were up. And clearly after last night's routine, you did alright. And here you are.
This self
So,
dead to the world.
same time tomorrow. Gideon gives a thumbs up.
Mental note to disappear about this time tomorrow.
Gideon offers the bottomless flask to Sazan. Post-workout ale?
You know what? I'll try a drink. Not be much, but I'll take a small drink.
Okay.
Is this also a daily thing for you?
Painkiller. Running a few miles every day is not the best on your muscles. Well, it helps them stay strong, but it hurts. It's a good way to keep things in shape.
God.
Just don't overdo it.
That wasn't? No, sorry. Need to stop asking.
No, go ahead.
So... You seen the other two yet this morning?
Oh, they seem pretty dead to the world.
Yeah, they were out pretty late last night. I woke up at some point to Wesk leaving and Zero was already gone.
Yeah. I don't have any hope of Ziri joining the post-workout routine. And Wes could, but I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you. He seems like the type to sleep in a little bit.
Wes rolls over in his sleep angrily.
Sleeping in, that sounds
But you
nice.
can do this every day. Same time tomorrow.
You do realize I'm also one who enjoys the stars, right?
Oh, so the evening workout. Okay. Yeah, no problem. We do an evening run, followed by a few sets of squats. And I don't have much around here, but I did find some iron down by the river, so I could probably make a makeshift dumbbell. Gideon begins getting lost in thought. in a makeshift workout routine for Sazan.
I know if I say anything else, it's going to be used against me.
Okay, that could work.
Elsewhere, once you are out of the baths, Brenda brings you a plate of food. Happily, now that you don't reek of sweat in her nice, clean dining room. Where's your other two friends?
They seem to
They're
be
still not
sleeping in
down?
this evening.
Oh. Well, very well. I guess even adventurers need days off every now and then.
I think I had a day off once. I'm pretty sure everyone was mad about it afterwards. I don't know why.
She raises an eyebrow at that statement, Gideon, before putting the glass down that she was cleaning and picking up another. Well, you boys just behave yourselves out there, alright? I saw that Esmeralda's little friends picked you up, Gideon, and well, I don't know what sort of thoughts you're having with Rin, Cezanne, but I can assure you that she's having the same thoughts about you.
Gideon's gonna slap Sazan's back and laugh.
She places the glass down, winking at you, Gideon, before leaving the room.
Gideon will give a thumbs up. Surely the other two will be awake any minute now.
An hour
Probably.
passes. It is now 9 a.m.
Any minute now.
Just how late they were out.
Oh, were they up late?
Yeah, I woke up to West leaving last night, and, well, Siri already seemed to be out. West said he was going for a bit of a walk, but... I don't know how
Yeah, so
long.
wait, late night walks, nothing unusual.
Yeah.
So, mid-morning leg day time?
Just tell me not to overdo it like an hour ago.
Yeah. Don't overdo any one muscle group, obviously. But this is a thigh workout. It's completely different than calisthenics. That was your
But
cardio.
we were using our legs.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and now you need to select specific muscle groups. Do you not know how this works? Here, let me give you an entire lecture on this.
Every voice
You'll
in
like
your
this.
head screams, "No, of course I don't. Of course I don't know anything about this. Why would I know anything about this?" Instead, what comes out of your mouth is,
I see.
silence, apparently.
So here's how
Oh,
you do
sorry,
a
were you
reverse
giving me
incline
something
plank.
to say there? Because the proper one is I see.
Alright, so here's how you do a reverse incline plank. You're gonna do at least 2 minutes of these a day.
My mind drifts to some books I might want to look at the Dawnflower. Oh yeah. Should see if Raver's up.
Alright, Raver. I guess we could check that out. Wonder how he's doing. It's been a while since I've seen him.
Yeah, same. Hope
Wonder
the
if he's made
classes
any
are
use out
going
of the
well.
cane.
The what?
Oh, don't worry. I tossed him something a while back as something of an apology.
Oh. That's nice of you.
I feel like I kind of owed it to him. I end up owing a lot of people things, and I don't always feel like it's my fault.
Another hour
But
passes.
that's how things go.
It's 10 a.m.
You want to go visit Raver?
Yeah,
Alright.
that sounds like a
I
good
suppose
idea.
we can take
It's
a break
not
to do that.
with the whole calendar thing. It's not a school day, right? I was a little
It is
confused.
not a school day. Yeah, we're
After
gonna
that,
use the simple
Ben did
calendar.
crunches.
I don't know why they're not synced up, but yeah, I'll have to take a look at that because it's supposed to be, but
Well, at least we figured it out.
yeah. I'll have to take a look for that. Anyway, it is a Saturday in game now.
Perfect. Then we can go visit Raver.
Okay. The two of you begin to meander your way down to Raver. Cross town. To where your friend Raver sits. He's converted this barn into a sort of makeshift alchemical shop.
Good morning, Raver.
Oh, it's you too. How can I help?
Oh, I've heard you're in the business of affixing. Sorry, what was these called? Runes now.
I
I was
can.
wondering if I could get you to attach this. I'll show him the striking rune to this astrolabe here.
That's an interesting bauble. Let's see.
Yeah.
He takes the striking rune and the astrolabe from your inventory.
Been told it's made to function with them.
Yes, it's been modified. Fascinating. Very well, I suppose. Come back and... let's say the next hour.
Oh. Thank you very much.
Gideon's eyes sparkle a little bit.
Raver is very intentionally not meeting your gaze.
Yeah, with that I'll head out for the hour. Let's let the good man work in peace.
Of course. You know what that means, Sazan? We have a whole hour.
Yeah, we're thinking of going down to the Dawnflower. There's some things we could be researching.
Gideon's eyes immediately go void. Okay.
Ah, so
Correct.
About it.
You head to the Dawnflower?
Yeah.
Very well. Takes you the better part of about 10 minutes to get down there. Gideon, what are you doing? Are you following?
I guess.
Alright.
We were doing our ultimate workout bro routine.
I'm not sure we were doing anything, but
Gideon is a bit miffed at this point.
we try with the Dawnfire Library, where it's a little bit busier
Stuffy. I agree.
than normal. Acolytes are rushing around with unusual haste today. Vandy is kind of shushing and soothing a few of them.
Morning. Is everything alright here?
Oh, you too. Excellent timing. Yes, everything's just fine. Sazan, would you, please help me quiet down this ruckus? It's nothing to worry about.
Oh, sure. What do you need me to do?
Well, we've not been on very good terms with the druids for a while now, but we did just receive a report from one of them that is a little concerning.
Oh?
Wait.
Yes,
Well-
you see, Whirlwind typically patrols the fog fin at night, and, well, she found some owlbear tracks, is the thing. So, between the werewolf, which they say has been dealt with, but we don't have evidence, and the owlbear tracks, well, we're just sort of prepping some restoration scrolls, and a few of us are losing our heads. I'm sure that the town will weather the storm as it ever does.
Over an owlbear. Alright, everyone, come on. It's an owlbear. It'll be fine. I'll go patrol the town. It should be alright.
Gideon, give me a nature check.
Sure.
Gideon, you are aware that an owlbear could easily tear through about 20 Otari guards.
What does that have to do with me?
Regardless. A few of them hustle about and prepping some scrolls. Your presence seems reassuring to a few of them, however, as they each sort of begin to calm down, catch their breaths, and Vandy smiles at you thankfully, graciously, Sazan. Thank you, Sazan. You've always been such a friend. May we help you today?
Oh, well, I was just coming to take a look at a couple books while I waited on something.
Okay, well, help yourself. Is there something I can help you find?
Thinking to myself for just a second, I was just trying to get away from Gideon's workouts
I'm aware,
with a plausible excuse.
but Gideon is right behind you now, so... Yes, Sazan, what were you researching?
Yes, I was,
Yes, it's on. What were you reaching?
Give me a diplomacy check, Sazan.
diplomacy check?
Yep.
At least he's an expert.
Very well. Sazan, wordlessly, as you explain that you've come here to research some things, you furtively glance at Gideon and back to Vandy, back to Gideon, back to Vandy, making sweeping hand motions, suddenly gesturing to Gideon before Vandy nods quietly. I see. Well, Sazan, there's actually something you could help me if you would just go back there to the altar with Aaron. I think there's some acolytes that have actually been asking for some astrology lessons that I would be interested in. She grabs your hand, Gideon, and begins to lead you away. Gideon, there's something I've been meaning to ask for your help with something. If you could just help me rearrange some things. I know, it's just the little things. But, I mean, you're so, well, strapping and strong. And it would help if you would help out little old me. I mean, look at me. I'm so small and cute. We all have our strengths, and if you could... She pats your arm as you are led away.
Alright. I guess this will substitute for the morning workout.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be quite a workout.
I'll give a thankful nod and go over to where those acolytes are and try and look busy.
There's no acolytes.
There's none.
Gideon, Vandy has you lifting bookshelves, moving them to different spots in the library. Notably, she doesn't let you take the books off the shelf because they're
Just the
so
full-ass bookshelf.
organized and they're already arranged. It would be such a waste, and honestly, you could probably do it, Gideon. I mean, I believe in you. Here, we'll strap some rope, and that'll keep the books in place. And as she guides you around, you spend the better part of an hour listening to Vandy's instructions. Suzanne, it's been about an hour. You have escaped from Gideon. He is currently being instructed around. Do you slip away from Gideon without him noticing, or do you tell him it's time to go?
Yeah, and I'll let him know.
Okay. Gideon, give me a perception check. I will roll a perception check for Gideon. Very good. Suzanne, you watch as Vandy has made Gideon shuffle some bookshelves around without removing the books, of course, because he's so strapping and so, just, so big. I mean, larger than life, really. And as you meander back, Gideon sets down the last bookshelf into its proper place. And you realize it looks the same. Vandy has just rotated all of the bookshelves once. Or rather, Vandy has had Gideon rotate the bookshelves. And then rotate them back into their original positions. She claps Gideon on the back happily before merrily making her way past you, Suzanne, sort of giving you a small smile. Her eyes never meet yours, but the smile is beaming on her face as she hurriedly hustles away.
I'll give a quick nod in response. Raver should be about done by now. How was the workout?
Sorry, were you talking to Gideon?
Well,
Yeah, he not here.
Yeah.
oh. Okay.
He's dead now.
Man, I think it was the bookshelves that did him in.
He said not to overdo it, but he in fact overdid it.
Regardless, you lead Gideon back to Raver. After the predetermined time, and you find yourself standing once more in front of the immaculately named Atelier de Noir, which is a barn.
Yeah. A nice barn.
It is a nice barn. It is still a barn, but well, the wording is a little bit strange. But regardless, you find yourself standing in front of Raver once more as he passes you the astrolabe back. Some of the rubies look brighter and sparkle, catching the light almost on their own. He sighs. Well, it was a lot less interesting than I would have liked, but, well, it seems like it's custom made, so good on you. Where'd you find this?
Oh, Rin gave it to me.
Interesting.
How much do I owe you for the job here?
You don't need to owe me anything for this. It actually socketed in quite nicely. It's a very nicely made object. Take care of it, will you?
I certainly will. Thank you very much.
So will you be buying anything?
Well, what do you have in stock?
I have potions and baubles, oils and salves.
Got any silver sheen?
Silver sheen. Let me see. I do have some silver sheen in the store. Come on, game, don't do this to me now. What is it called if not silver sheen?
It should be silver sheen. That's the actual name.
I swear to God.
It's a one-word equipment. Consumable.
Not in here, it's not.
Weird.
Okay.
2e dot a 2e website saying it's 6 GP.
Silver crescent? No. Silver salve? Silver salve is what it
They
is.
must have just changed the name.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
This is it.
Cool.
Well, no, it's
Yes,
6 gold
that would
bottom.
be it. I'll take 2 of those.
Very well. Maybe double click, and the silver salve is at the bottom of the tab.
Yeah. We ended up dealing with a werewolf recently, so kind of learned how useful this stuff can be.
In that case, take as much as you would like. That's 6 gold a bottle. Did you mean to buy 4, Gideon?
Oh, no. I meant to buy 2.
Okay. Discard 2 of them and then just give yourself 12 gold back. Well, I would say that it's been enjoyable. Everyone walks away happy. Is there aught else you would like from me?
That's all I've got for the moment.
I think I'm good as well.
Very
Thank
well.
you for your time, Raver.
Anytime. Happy to see my past comrades.
Gives a small salute.
Gideon gives a... Sorry. Raver gives a small bow. Shuts the door. It's now about 11:30.
He seems to be doing well for himself.
Yeah, I'd say so. He's done alright since he's been. Gideon looks over the barn. Taking care of things.
Figure the others are up yet?
We could hope. Let's head back.
Alright. You head back where Brenda is prepping lunch.
Oh boy.
No sign of your companions.
Okay, now I'm starting to honestly get concerned about how late they must have been out.
You were the one who's up with them. How late were they up?
Oh, they hadn't come back by the time I went back to sleep.
And that was...
Roughly when was that? Do I actually even know I was sleeping for a bit before that?
When you
I guess
got
I was
up,
looking at the stars, so that should have given me a
yes,
indication.
you noticed that it was roughly around midnight when they left, and you went back to sleep shortly after 20-30 minutes. You don't know when they came back.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Say it was a bit past midnight.
Well, I'm sure they'll be up soon.
Probably.
Time for a mid-afternoon nap. Gideon stretches. After that, it's time for the upper body workout.
Okay, surely you do things that are not working out or sleeping, right?
Of course. Sometimes we go into the gauntlet.
I guess that is kind of our hobbies nowadays, isn't it?
Notably,
What?
Wes, Ziri, give me a luck roll, please. Good talk, fuck up, Chuck.
Default relax companion.
I
Want to talk about it?
I love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. Wes, you slip into a fitful nightmare. It is horrible. You watch as Ziri shoves her hand inside of this creature's mouth before getting inhaled by it, disappearing down in. You peer into this thing's mouth before you find that the world has shifted. You look inside this thing's mouth, noting that its insides are impossibly large. Desperate not to lose her, you dive in yourself, pushing through gaping maw, muscle, and sinew. Not unlike being swallowed by that creature that one time in the Gauntlet, pushing through muscle before erupting out of the viscera as if freshly born. Standing on a shoreside, watching several hundred figures, humanoid, marching into a shining beacon. Your eyes adjust to the change in lighting from the viscera into the dark, into the blinding white-hot light of the beacon up ahead. Your eyes adjust, shading yourself from the light defensively. You realize it is the Gauntlet shining a beam, sweeping across the land, and as its light touches the land, it raises these humanoid figures sitting up from crypts and tombs, standing as if puppeteered, marching into the Gauntlet. Fervently, you push through out of the meat you find yourself in, desperate to rush towards where you last saw Ziri making her way towards the light. And it's about then that you startle awake, your heart thudding, and you are still exhausted feeling. Ziri, you have a beautiful dream.
Mm.
The pale, four-eyed woman that has been cradling you in your dreams eventually lets you slip, and you tumble and fall and fall and fall and fall into nothingness. You don't know why, but this nothingness is thick suffocating you. Some of it slips inside of your nostrils, your throat, choking you, before you are caught by some humanoid figure wreathed in light. 17 arms protruding out from its torso, enveloping you safely, warmly. Whatever this creature of light is, with its incredible amount of arms, twists, it's hard to look at. It's so radiant and bright, almost like the pale humanoid woman from before. It cradles you in its arms, and you find yourself sleeping soundly in its arms. Yet you still awake as a noise erupts through your consciousness as Wesk screams awake, startling both of you awake in the room above.
Wesk, what is it? Are you okay?
It was just a nightmare. Don't worry about it. Sorry to wake you.
So
All
inevitably,
right.
that feeling you have had for about the past full day of constantly being paranoid and being watched. When the creature wrapped you in its 17 arms, you felt like it was less of an embrace, less of a hug, and more of a shielding you. You no longer feel watched at all. Your mind eases a little bit.
Kind of yawn and stretch, or standing up and stretching again. Well, I guess I probably won't get much more rest than that. Would you like to try to go back to sleep, or you want to go find some... She looks outside. Lunch, I think.
I'd rather not sleep for now.
A mixture of the guilt of forestalling your training any further, and also the dread of, though the chances are slim, returning to whatever realm that dream was, deter you from any further attempts for sleep.
Very well. Go find some lunch then. Gonna head towards the door, kind of pausing to wait for Wesk.
I'll follow.
He'll head downstairs.
Groggily, your companions make their way down the stairs, bags under their eyes. Ziri looking a little bit chipper than she did yesterday when she was eating slowly. You can tell she's still tired, but perhaps something has changed in her. Wesk, however, looks absolutely exhausted.
Gideon waits happily.
Good
Lunchtime!
afternoon, you two.
I could use some food.
You alright?
Something happen on your walk?
Just couldn't sleep very well, even after the walk.
What about you, Ziri?
She's already gonna have a coffee to her lips before looking up from it. What do you mean? What about me?
I noticed you were out pretty late.
Well, she
Wanted to make
clearly
sure everything
feeling
was
better.
alright.
Oh, yeah. Everything's fine. No worries here. Eyes
That's
flicker to Wesk and back.
At least she's not denying coffee today.
Yeah, generally a good sign. Raver was nice enough to help put the... Sorry, what is that called again? Rune. Was nice enough to help put the rune on my astrolabe.
That's good.
Got that working. Oh, and apparently town's in a little bit of an uproar because they saw some owlbear tracks out near the forest.
Can't believe they're so upset about an owlbear.
Siri's eyes widen a little bit. Owlbear?
Yeah, they were talking about it down at the Dawnflower.
Huh.
And you know, on top of the werewolf, that has people a bit concerned. Which
Did-
we know one of those two are
Did
dealt with.
they mention anything specific about it, or they were just worried?
I think it was just that the druids had found some tracks.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone's been hurt or anything.
Just take another big gulp of her coffee.
Do I know if owlbears are even like native to this area?
Give me a nature check.
Can I roll that too?
You rolled one earlier.
We'll be right back.
All right. You would know, Suzanne, what an owlbear is. You probably don't know much more after that. You, however, Gideon, should you wish for Gideon to know this, owlbears are another, much like Dracolis, another horrible abomination created by a wizard with too much time on his hand. They can be found all over the world. Most of them solitary lives, though. It's a large part of why you weren't phased earlier. Most owlbears, there's only one. They get together to mate, and then they raise the cubs, and then they part. So, you know, might just be one owlbear by himself, and if you're really unlucky, maybe two. But, it's another just fucked up wolf crone thing. You know, the only good thing about the owlbear is that the first one, the wizard made it too good, and it ended up killing him. It's kind of funny. They are incredibly territorial, though.
Ah, yes. So, all I could think is a wizard probably wandered by.
I am back.
Either a wizard wandered by, or a wizard made one nearby and then was killed.
By the owlbear.
Yes.
Both are funny.
Suzanne, you have enough commonplace knowledge to know that an owlbear is a combination of an owl and a bear.
Still, though, it seems like there's no end of things around this town. Wonder if it came out of the Gauntlet.
I'm sure it's fine.
I agree. I'm
Owlbear
sure it's
doesn't
fine.
seem like the kind of thing that Belcora would make.
And I'm not saying it's not fine, it's just a lot of wildlife in this part.
Honestly, I don't know why they get so upset about one owlbear. 6 and you got a problem. Gideon is very, very clearly drinking from the endless flask at this point.
Is he already smashed?
I've been up for 4 hours. Where have you been?
I don't know about smashed. He had a little after the morning run, but we were at the Dawnflower for a while, so he hasn't been drinking.
Yeah, how about you move some bookshelves, then you tell me what you want afterwards.
Well, in any case, it's just bad night's sleep, so.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear it. At least we got lunch.
Yeah. It's not too surprising after all that happened yesterday. Just take care of yourself.
I'll try. We're just gonna eat from there, at least Westwood.
Alright. After greeting your comrades and kind of catching up over lunch, it's now about 1 p.m.
So, you two have any plans for the afternoon?
No,
Yeah,
no. I think we're pretty
Sazan
free
has the
at the
upper body
moment.
routine on his list.
So, what you thinking?
I'm sorry, you both spoke at the same time.
Yeah, we're free. What's up?
I was just wondering. I don't have anything I need to do.
Oh.
Oh, it's the upper body routine for a group. All right, let's get started.
You
Siri, you want to join?
Absolutely not. But thanks for asking.
Siri gets a choice?
I mean, I can't really tell where her upper body begins and ends, so...
Winks.
You would think that would be the lower body.
Shrugs.
But
I was about to say the fur line should be a pretty good demarcation.
Okay, but I can tell where you can bench press something, I can't tell where you can. So, I've got a couple iron bars set up here. We're gonna do some standard presses.
Brenda calls out from the back, "You have a what?"
Find time to get iron bars.
The sounds of
Listen.
Brenda approaching.
Alright, we're gonna go upstairs now. Go, 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 go. I'm gonna try to shuffle them upstairs as quickly as possible.
Okay. Is anyone resisting?
No.
Do it.
Okay. Ziri, are you also being shuffled upstairs?
No, she's fine.
Okay. The men are shuffled upstairs before Brenda can come out. Ziri, you watch as Brenda angrily stomps out. "You brought a what into my clean inn?"
Oh, what? I don't know what they're doing.
"Oh, Ziri, I believe you. You can do no harm, honey," she says, patting your hand.
Blink.
She is now chasing Gideon and the boys upstairs with a broom.
I am now carrying Wesk and trying to shove Sazan.
Okay, you're shoving Cezanne with your foot then, because you're also carrying
it?
the iron bars in the other hand.
What does it take to try and get out of the way of all this?
Give me Give me your best case, Cezanne. What would you like to roll?
Acrobatics to try and press up against the wall and get past him.
Very well. Give me an acrobatics to squeeze through. Absolutely not.
It was worth a
Big ol'
try.
Gideon, the all-powerful.
I've learned to
You
not
are
even go
stuck-
against it at this point.
Wedged against the wall, you press up, and now you are just being bashed by the broom as you try
And
to
honestly, this
squeeze
makes
past.
things easier.
I swear, I don't know what he's doing.
I don't believe you. You boys are all bad influences. You are retreated, defeated by Brandy and her expert broom skills. As Gideon shepherds you into his unwelcome embrace. The boys hustle upstairs, and you are left in the inn room, the dining room downstairs by yourself, Siri. The quiet settling in as the distant noises of footsteps above, as you know your companions are being chased down by a vicious innkeeper. What would you like to do?
My mouth is full of M&M's.
Siri begins to dig into lunch early. Alright, it's getting to be about our stopping point. We're wrapping up
Fine
pretty
with that.
soon. Any last thoughts? Any last actions?
The pull-ups begin.
How many more days before Gax is alive?
6. Owlbear's gonna be in the woods for a while.
Once again, anyone without a hero point will get one. Who would you guys like to vote for to
So-
have the hero point?
Cezanne for having to put up with it all
Same.
day.
I don't know. I think there could be a good case for Gideon for the. Okay.
Siri, who would you
Okay.
like to vote for? Did the cool thing, did the memorable thing of the day?
I'll go with Gideon. For the hustle.
The hustle. Very
The
well.
hustle.
That's 2 and 2. I'll give it to you evenly. Alright. Any last thoughts, any last actions before we wrap up for the week?
Nothing
Have
from
both
me.
doing pull-ups in the next 5 minutes.
Very well. With that, we will leave our intrepid adventuring party. I won't say heroes because you've now unleashed an owlbear into the woods.
That's not my problem. It's one owlbear. What can it possibly do?
It's one owlbear.
Ah, yes, the great dichotomy of the two groups. Summoning an undead owlbear and, jogging
Working
around
out.
town.
And me, the DM, getting to just watch, going, interesting.
You see,
I get to write this now. I think the best part is, Zilly had no plan for that. She just went, yeah, owlbear, fuck it, that one.
Yup.
Deal with that for me,
that
Stray.
one's fun.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I'm doing, man. You're all like, you don't use enough undead. I'm like, screw it, I'll make an undead. You're like, oh, the undead is out of control and raging through the town. I'm like, well, oh well.
I did not say it was raging through town. I did say it would maraud the local area. It is a small but important distinction. Very well.
And just
All
think, what's one owlbear here or there? That could be anything. That could be
Good luck.
anyone's goat.
Good luck explaining that to the others when we eventually go back to the Dawnlight series.
It could be a goat. People mistake tracks all the time. Are they a ranger? I don't think so.
We're a druid.
Are they a ranger? I don't think so.
I want to point out, I would be baffled if I was in this party, if just I woke up, had breakfast, and on my way to the Gauntlet, you would be like, I gotta stop and get something, and then zombie owlbear.
Oh, I'm
And I would
waiting
just
for that, believe me.
shrug and
Getting it
be
to
like,
explain, that's the owlbear.
like, it's one of those where I would just be baffled, open my mouth to say something, and shrug and be, okay.
Yep. Gideon's eventually just gonna be like, you know what? This makes sense. That's eventually where this is gonna end up. But until then, it's just, it's an owlbear. What's the worst that could happen?
Ziri is never beating these Belcora allegations.
Probably not, no.
Alright. Say goodnight, everybody.
Look at that picture in chat.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.